Somewhere in southwestern Spain, hidden among cork oaks and holm oaks, lives a pig that is treated completely differently from almost any other animal on Earth. No pen, no factory, no rush, only forest, time, and a diet that directly determines how much this animal will be worth. This is the story of Jamon Ibérico, the ham that can cost hundreds of euros per kilogram, must age for years before it's even allowed to be sliced, and whose production is so tightly regulated that every single leg carries its own certification. How is this made, and why does it take so long? At the genetic core of this prized ham is an ancient breed native to the Iberian Peninsula, the black Iberian pig. Unlike standard white hogs bred for rapid industrial growth, this animal features charcoal-colored skin, slender legs, and a long, sloping snout naturally engineered for rooting in the soil. Its defining characteristic, however, is microscopic. While conventional pigs store fat in a thick outer layer, the Iberian pig distributes lipids intramuscularly, weaving rich white veins directly through the muscle fibers to create intricate marbling. Under Spanish law, these genetics are strictly regulated to protect consumer trust. Retail labels must state the exact breed purity, 100% pure Iberian, or mixed categories of 75% and 50%, which result from crossing pure Iberian sows with Duroc boars. While a commercial hog reaches market weight in just 6 months, this slow-growing breed requires up to 16 months to mature. This genetic pedigree and slow physical growth form the primary tier of pricing, establishing the biological foundation of the entire production chain. The pig's physical development depends entirely on a specific, centuries-old environment, the dehesa. Spreading across southwestern Spain, this open oak woodland is a human-managed agroforestry system shaped over generations of grazing. Beginning in the medieval period, landholders cleared the dense Mediterranean scrub, leaving widely spaced holm and cork oaks to create a park-like pasture. Today, these ancient trees stand 30 to 50 yards apart, maintaining a deliberate density of roughly 150 trees per hectare. This generous spacing allows sunlight to reach the ground, sustaining a rich undergrowth of wild grasses, rosemary, and thyme. Rather than an industrial feedlot, this species-rich habitat supports wild animals, including the endangered Iberian lynx, alongside the grazing herds. The dehesa operates as a multi-layered economy, producing commercial cork, timber, and wild honey, while naturally limiting the density of the livestock to protect the soil. In this balanced system, the soil, the climate, and the trees dictate the parameters of animal husbandry. Before the ham ever reaches a curing cellar, its ultimate quality is determined by the careful stewardship of this terrain. The resulting food becomes a direct reflection of a preserved Mediterranean ecosystem, where the land itself provides the product's rarity. As autumn cools the Iberian Peninsula, a brief, transformative season begins. From October to February, the oak woodlands yield their most valuable crop, the acorn, known locally as the bellota. This period is the montanera, a final feeding stage that converts the wild bounty of the earth into prized culinary fat. During these 4 months, the pigs roam freely across the pastures. Strict legal stocking limits govern this terrain, ensuring each animal has access to up to 3 hectares of mature trees. Industrial feeds are completely prohibited during this phase. Instead, the pigs forage continuously, eating up to 15 kilograms of acorns daily, supplemented by wild herbs, roots, and sweet grasses. Through this constant movement and active foraging, the animals gain between 50 and 70 kilograms of weight entirely from natural resources. This wild, acorn-rich diet fundamentally alters the physical composition of the animal's fat. The acorns are exceptionally rich in oleic acid, the same monounsaturated fatty acid found in extra virgin olive oil. As the pigs digest this resource, it integrates directly into their muscle tissue, creating a glossy, translucent marbling that melts at room temperature. Because this organic transformation cannot be rushed, these pigs are not slaughtered until they reach 14 to 16 months of age, more than double the lifespan of standard commercial swine. This slow physical development and absolute reliance on the natural seasonal rhythms of the forest establish both the scarcity and the value of the meat. Following the winter harvest, the physical preparation of the meat begins. The heavier hind legs are designated as jamon, while the smaller, lighter front legs are classified as paletas. Workers quickly chill the legs and trim away excess surface fat to prepare them for preservation, taking care to leave the dark hoof intact as a traditional marker of the pig's origin. The raw pieces are then buried under heavy layers of sea salt. This step relies on a precise calculation. The meat rests in the salt for approximately 1 day per kilogram of weight. Rather than relying on synthetic chemical additives, this age-old technique uses salt to naturally draw out moisture, protecting the meat from microbial spoilage. After a thorough rinsing, the legs enter refrigerated resting rooms kept at stable, cold temperatures. For several weeks to months, under strictly managed conditions, the salt slowly migrates inward, equalizing throughout the inner muscle fibers. This quiet stabilization preserves the structure of the meat, preparing each leg for the years of patient curing that lie ahead. The stabilized legs now enter the secaderos, elevated drying lofts built to harness the seasonal winds. Here, workers manually adjust wooden shutters to regulate natural airflow, slowly raising the temperature while lowering the humidity. Under these shifting conditions, the oleic-rich fat softens, migrating through the muscle fibers to coat the meat in a protective, glossy sheen. This quiet dehydration concentrates the natural elements within the muscle, building the initial layers of flavor. The legs then descend into the bodegas, dark, cool, underground cellars where the climate remains stable year-round. In these quiet depths, the longest phase of maturation occurs, with premium hams resting on wooden racks for 2 to 4 years. Microscopic molds and native yeasts colonize the outer rind. These organisms, working alongside internal enzymes, break down proteins to produce rich organic compounds, yielding characteristic aromas of toasted nuts, sweet dried fruits, and savory umami. Before any ham leaves the cellar, a specialist known as a calidor evaluates its readiness. Inserting a thin horsebone needle into specific points of the leg, the calidor quickly inhales the tip to detect the evolving bouquet, judging the ham's maturity by scent alone. This is the invisible process that ultimately defines the final result. Please subscribe to discover more stories of culinary craftsmanship. Before the ham leaves the aging cellar, a tamper-proof plastic seal is fastened around its hoof, serving as an official legal guarantee. This color-coded tag enforces Spain's strict national quality standard under Real Decreto 4/2014. A black seal certifies the absolute peak, a pure-breed Iberian pig fed exclusively on acorns. Red indicates an acorn-fed, mixed-breed animal, while green and white seals mark the lower-tier, grain-fed categories. This system ensures absolute traceability, protecting both consumer confidence and market pricing. Everything culminates at the carving station, where a skilled cortador assumes control. Armed with a long, flexible blade designed specifically for the task, the carver coaxes translucent, paper-thin slices from the cured leg. This extreme precision is highly functional. Slicing at this thickness exposes the maximum surface area of the marbled meat, allowing the rich, oleic fat to liquefy instantly at room temperature and melt on the palate. A clumsy cut will tear the delicate fibers, wasting years of patient craftsmanship in a single moment. As modern food production accelerates, the dehesa reminds us that true luxury refuses to be rushed. Its value lies not in technology, but in the slow, irreplaceable passage of time. Subscribe for more stories on world-class craftsmanship.